Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the best wrestling betting tips podcast on the planet. The only one, but still the best one. It's going over, Bet Pro Wrestling, and this is your host, Scotsman. Vin is not around this time. He will be back for WrestleMania Backlash. Very exciting pay-per-view coming up, God knows when, sometime soon. First of all, WrestleMania, hope you guys enjoyed the betting tips. We rocked it. We had, night 2 was the best, it was incredible. We had Apollo Crews to win, he came out, boom, nice easy win. He should have had that at the previous pay-per-view, but we'll take it. We had the big max unit play on Roman Reigns, plus 220 odds, boom, he took it, pinned both Edge and Bryan at once. Not sure I loved that ending, but man, my bank balance sure did. And finally, the plus 800 Randy Orton overcame the Fiend here. I'm telling you, man, that whole opening match, that whole Orton Fiend thing, it was hell, but it was worth it just for the money that we made from it. So it was a good WrestleMania. I mean, I actually enjoyed WrestleMania a lot. It was good having the crowd back and all that, so it was overall a good show. We don't have any odds yet for the next pay-per-views or anything, but BetOnline have did futures where you can bet who will be the champions the end of 2021. So who will hold the Universal Championship end of 2021, WWE Championship end of 2021, SmackDown Women's and Raw Women's. So I thought I'd give a quick look at them, just a quick podcast, cover them. If you wanna bet at BetOnline, go to betwrestlingpodcast.com. There's a link on there to BetOnline. Go through that link because I get special bonuses with them for you guys. So you get like an extra deposit bonus and all that. And if you go through us, they actually put you in a category within their sportsbook where you're part of the wrestling crowd, and you get special promos based on that. It's like a deal I've got set up with them. So yeah, betwrestlingpodcast.com and go through BetOnline. Okay, so let's start with the Universal Championship. Roman Reigns is the champion right now. He's the favourite to be champ in the 2021. He's the favourite at minus 250. Then you've got Rollins at plus 500, Cesaro plus 700, Bryan, Big E, Apollo, Edge, blah blah blah. So it's interesting how you approach this type of thing. You can approach it different ways. The Universal Championship changes at SummerSlam a lot, but interestingly enough, the people who win it there have bad luck. Finn won it in 2016, had to give it up the next day. Reigns won it in 2018, had to give it up 2 months later due to his leukemia. 2019, Seth won it, and then worst of all, that poor guy, feud with the Fiend. Oof. That was just, I would take Finn Balor's injury over that. Anyway, lost it to the Fiend in the Saudi Arabia show. And then the Fiend won it and lost it exactly 1 week later at Payback. That was last year. No one could, when I mentioned that to people, they couldn't even remember that. That was when Roman Reigns came back. So anyway, for this one, Universal Championship, based on the history, very good chance it changes. It's at SummerSlam. Cesaro's a possibility. But for the betting, end of 2021, you're not looking at who will win it at SummerSlam. You're looking at who will win it after SummerSlam, because historically, even though twice it was due to injury, historically the Universal Champion at SummerSlam is not the champion end of the year. Roman could win it back, of course, assuming he loses it to Cesaro or whomever. My guess, if it's not Roman, I think Seth Rollins. I think you could see Roman. It's tough because you get into fantasy booking territory, but I do think there's a good chance with crowds back and all that Roman starts getting the face turn going, and Seth could be the heel. I mean, Seth by that time could be face too, but Seth is plus 500 odds, second favourite. To me, that's a good gamble. I would tip Seth Rollins to be the champion for the end of 2021 for Universal Championship. WWE Championship, Drew McIntyre's favourite, plus 175, and the current champ, Bobby Lashley, is plus 250, with Brock, The Fiend, AJ, Strowman, Keith Lee, Orton, all up there. If you look at the last few years, the historical stuff, they also usually do a post-SummerSlam switch. Around September and November is when they do it. AJ Styles, for example, won it November 17th and so on. Every year it seems to be, whether it's planned or whether it's just fluke and coincidence, That's what you're looking for. So you're looking for the championship to change around September, October, and then boom, that's it, going to be that way. This is one I'm going to go for a long shot. Sheamus plus 1,000. WWE, they keep Sheamus at the top a lot, and he's just that kind of guy that, he's good. There's a good chance he's going to be involved in the main event picture. He just beat Riddle there at WrestleMania, so he likely carries that title for a while, and then he could lose that around SummerSlam, being slingshotted into a title picture later. Basically, at plus 1,000 odds, Sheamus is probably my best bet there. I kind of see them, you could do process of elimination. Drew, Bobby, kind of tired, played out. Brock, is he going to be back by then? Maybe, no, that's what you're betting on, if he'll be back. The Fiend, come on, man, no way. AJ Styles, I think after his tag run, he's not going to slingshot to a title race, Strowman, no. Keith Lee, Randy Orton, he's a possibility. He's always a possibility. But for me, Sheamus, out of that list, best bet. So the next one we have is the SmackDown Women's Championship. Bianca Belair's favourite, plus 125. Sasha is next. Then Bayley, Becky Lynch, Carmella, Ronda Rousey, Io Shirai. And then you get huge odds for the other ones, like Billie Kay, Liv Morgan, Mickie James. Not going to happen now. Natalya, Ruby Riott, Tamina. All plus 3,300. For me, plus 400 bet, Becky Lynch, nice and easy one there. She's been a long transitional champ the last couple of times. Bayley has been a long transitional champ the last 2 times, so Bayley's a good contender as well. So for me, it's either Bayley or Becky. Like, do you bet Becky to win it, assuming she comes back soon, or do you go with Bayley? Either or. With Becky, it's just a case of, decide, do you want to bet on Becky Lynch to come back this year and get into the title picture? Study her Instagram, all that stuff, see if she's actually planning on coming back or not. Because it could be she might want to wait till the Rumble next year, So, yeah, Bayley or Becky, I would say, are the best bets for that. I'll probably lean Bayley myself, to be honest. Raw Women's Champion, favourite is Rhea Ripley, plus 175, then Charlotte, plus 225, Alexa Bliss, Becky Lynch, Asuka, Shayna Baszler, Ronda Rousey, and so on. My rule is, always bet on Charlotte. Plus 225 odds, easy banker. Charlotte can win the belt at any time. She's a wee bit out with the company right now. A few issues and all that. It's Charlotte. She's the one you always bet on no matter what. So I'm not saying I wouldn't entertain any other thoughts. Becky Lynch is also a possibility on that one. She's plus 400. Asuka's there at plus 500. But Becky Lynch all the way. Charlotte Flair all the way for me. Anyway, that's it for me. Thanks for listening. Go to betwrestlingpodcast.com and click the BetOnline link if you want to bet any of these futures. And that's pretty much it, guys. We'll be back for WrestleMania Backlash. Thanks for listening. Really appreciate it. And leave us reviews and all that. We really appreciate that too. 175